More tax dollars are being wasted by the Department of Parks and Recreation. On top of all the food they had at this party, they also included a similar T-bone steak. Every year, teens die from huffing Freon out of AC units just like this one. Police brought Jonathan Moore to this hospital after being accused of robbing a jewelry store and crashing after a high-speed chase, but somehow he tiptoed his way out. Minnie is a happy and healthy dog, and she has a group of kids to thank for that.
The audits keep coming for city departments in Richmond. The city auditor now reporting more questionable spending. Nia Watson spoke with taxpayers and lawmakers today. Nia?
More tax dollars are being wasted by the Department of Parks and Recreations. Today they were given a 24-page audit. Residents of Richmond aren't surprised.
They need some bleachers out there. It's kind of run down.
Juanita Jackson lives next door to Lux Field. That park is just one that has been maintained by the Department of Parks and Recreations.
I feel like there's no money being put in none of our city parks anyway. When you go out in the right you don't see that.
City Auditor Amesh Dalal released the report that shows your tax dollars going to other things. The report includes about $3,000 for 3 retirement lunches in a 7-month period.
On top of all the food they had at this party, they also included a similar T-bone steak. Now, for each person, they would get one of these that equals about 2 pounds.
Last June, the auditor says only 5% of the 100 major repairs for the parks were completed. Dalal thinks one way the department can save money is by cutting back on the number of employee hours during the winter months versus the summer. But City Council President Kathy Granzino disagrees.
We have a lot of parks in the city, and we don't have a lot of money in our budget to maintain them. And unfortunately, we go to our priority parks and fix those in some of our parks that are not used or very rarely used. Because of resources, we let those slide a little bit.
The department has brought in new management and are correcting some of the problems that were found in the audit. Reporting from CBS 6, I'm Nia Watson. Every year, teens die from huffing Freon out of AC units just like this one. That's why a Chesterfield group called S.A.F.E is teaming up with companies to help lock it up.
You never know. It's a serious issue that is not brought up enough. In 2009, 12% of teens, grades 9 through 12, admitted to huffing. Chase Tunnel is a dad and the owner of Dominion Service Company Heating and Air.
Being around a 14-year-old boy, all their friends and things like that, seeing the things they're going out doing, it's just amazing the opportunities if they're led astray a little bit where things could go really wrong for them.
5 years ago, inhalant abuse in Chesterfield was twice the national average in Chesterfield County. Now, S.A.F.E has worked with the community to reduce that by 64%, making Chesterfield County way below the national level average. Now, S.A.F.E is taking a step even further by getting heating and AC companies to install locking caps on all AC units to keep teens from huffing Freon.
This initiative for the locking caps on air conditioning unit is an environmental strategy to extend that protection and lower the abuse even further.
As of March 1st, all new units are required to have a locking cap, but S.A.F.E has offered assistance for the ones who don't. That's why James River Heating and Air and Dominion Service Company will now install the caps on for free.
Saving your child's life is as easy as 1, 2, and 3, and your child won't be able to get inside without one of these keys.
You cannot take it off unless you have this special tool, which is only sold to licensed heating and air conditioning contractors.
Parents should be very much aware and know that they can do something to protect their kids.
Reporting from CBS 6 News, I'm Nia Watson.
Police brought Jonathan Moore to this hospital after being accused of robbing a jewelry store and crashing after a high-speed chase, but somehow he tiptoed his way out.
It's crazy to hear that.
That's what Philip Anderson calls this case about the man who walked right out of the VCU Medical Center after he had been arrested for a crime. Henrico police say Jonathan Moore is accused of robbing a jewelry store in Short Pump that led them on a high-speed chase where Moore crashed and sent him and a female passenger to the hospital. Police say Jonathan Moore made it as far as the Greyhound bus station before being caught by police.
That's pretty crazy. That's still like 5 miles from here, you know. That's crazy, and that's near my house, so it's pretty crazy, but he shouldn't have been able to do that at all, period.
Police say once Moore had been admitted, the officer left to get warrants from a magistrate, later contacting the hospital to advise that Moore was wanted and asking the hospital to notify police when Moore could be released. Then they would take him into custody. But it was too late because before the hospital could tell them Moore had been released, he snuck his way out.
I would say it was on the police. you know. I mean, they're in charge. It's their responsibility to watch the inmate, you know. Even though he's in there getting the doctor's care, they're supposed to be watching him.
If he can simply walk out the hospital, why can't he walk into another patient's room and assault and molest them? So I don't know where the controls failed, but somebody failed somewhere.
Moore didn't run for too long, and citizens are just glad to know he didn't get away twice.
It does not happen every day, but once is too much.
Reporting from CBS 6 News, I'm Nia Watson.
Minnie is a happy and healthy dog, and she has a group of kids to thank for that.
Andrea Stuffelbeam and her elementary class watched a Helping Hands interview, and they decided as a class to do something together.
We here at the JCC like to do what's called a mitzvah, which is a good deed.
The parents helped make special piggy bank boxes that would help the project raise money.
We made these beautiful boxes, and then we collected the money.
They did this for 2 months, and most kids brought in money every day. The class didn't know when the money would be needed until they got the call.
Minnie needed exploratory surgery where we opened up her abdomen.
And the kids were surprised when they found out.
She swallowed a sack.
Lori Pasternak from Helping Hands thinks everyone has learned a great lesson.
The more you give, the more you get back, and just the good feeling that comes with being able to help and see the happiness that it really spreads.
And Minnie was able to show her love to all the kids.
We love Minnie.
Reporting from CBS 6 News, I'm Nia Watson.